Gun violence in America. There is a solution, but it's a difficult one. We'll get into that real quick, but let me go through some steps and some points of what I feel that are important to even talk about the subject. For me, growing up, my parents didn't have guns. They didn't know anything about weapons. They're even to this day, my whole family's against guns, no matter what they are. The thing is, though, is that when you're growing up, the thing that you see, your main exposure to seeing guns is on TV. And even though when you go back to when I was growing up, TV is now exploded to the point that there is so much more content out there that you see more guns and more different types of guns and more different types of things that's involving scenarios with guns than you did years ago. I feel that it's important to start there because the thing is that my first enjoyment of looking at guns and weapons came from that. Even though my family was not into weapons, that's where it came from. Then I learned that, my grandfather was in World War II. My great uncle, Bill was his name. He fought in World War II, Korea, and also Vietnam. And that's the first time I ever came in contact with weapons. In the real was when I visited him, and we would see those weapons there, guns. Even with that, the point is that guns are part of this country's DNA. No matter how you try to play it and say, okay, it's just that easy to wave a wand and make magic away all the weapons or magic away particular weapons, assault rifles, large capacity magazines, drum magazines. Truth be told, these are tools. Men have been killing men for millennia. It's not going to stop. There's knife-wielding psychos in China and other places, or people will get in vehicles and run people over. The problem is not guns per se. And if you feel, as a liberal on one side, to just magic them away, all the guns, or some person who is Second Amendment crazy, as you would call it, think that, just putting a gun in everyone's hands is going to solve the solution. It's not. Until you get to the point where you address the issue straight on, which is guns are here, and people need to understand what guns are about. Because the media, who are the biggest people who now, or even then, are the biggest outcriers of, how evil the weapons are, and, NRA and Second Amendment rights and guns, there's no reason for it. They're the ones who provide us with, the content that we feed on. It's constant actors and actresses. If you don't see a gun in the a trailer or in the poster, you're not as interested. The video games we play, they're centric about what the gun is. I mean, if you look at Destiny 2 or Destiny 1, you're looking to try to get the better looking weapon, customizability. It goes to the Division and everything else. These are games, and Grand Theft Auto. These are games that you're going to deal with guns. Personally, I believe that people have a right to bear arms if they want. I don't think getting rid of the guns is going to be the problem, because the thing is, at the end of the day, it's about people's solution of what it is. You look at the two places that just had massacres. One instance, you had the police responding within 30 seconds because the police were people, off-duty cops guarding some other place, and they showed up and they started popping people. The thing is, the guy mostly finished what he was going to do. He killed his sister and a bunch of other people there for whatever reason it was. You look at El Paso. That guy went through, killed people, and was able to go back and sit in his car and wait for the police. They took them 6 minutes to get there. One of the key factors for anyone to survive in our modern era now is to be aware of what is going on around you. No matter where you are out, if you want to be out in public, you need to be aware. You cannot be blind. You cannot be paying attention, just having fun, or just drinking and doing whatever you want to be merry. The fact of the matter is, this world, you have to be ready for anything. And maybe you'll be one of those people who were the ones who were caught in the front lines. You're the ones that get shot first. Okay, it happens. But then you have to be ready to make moves and you have to defend and help the other people around you. I feel that this is key. If we're not going to be a society where you're encouraging people to be those protectors that have weapons on them to stop someone, because you can see these people go into these situations to take advantage of mowing people down who cannot defend themselves. That's the key with that part. If they go in there, they got body armor. One guy got ear protectors on, which ridiculous that no one really called him out for what he was doing there like that from the jump. If you don't have someone to react, that time, 6 minutes, is a lifetime for them to cause maximum damage. That is a problem for everything, because every time there's a massacre, there's moments that could have stopped the whole thing. Looking into universal background checks, trying to find someone's state of mind, that's only going to get you so far. These guys are still going to happen. They're still going to get guns, no matter how much you ban them. You ban the weapons, they'll find a way to get them to cause this destruction. So the banning is not the issue. The simplest solution is, one, educating kids from a young age and having them understand it. Maybe two, maybe have these kids learn and respect what a gun is and what it's about. Avoiding someone from being able to be around something, sometimes the other side of it will do the educating for you. It's like sex ed. Do you want your kids learning on YouTube or anywhere else about sexual encounters? No. Guns, they are tools like most other tools. I feel that maybe the best possibility is to teach these children from the get-go about what they are and how to properly use them and what to do with them. Number 3, when you go out in public, be aware. That's it for this episode. In future episodes, we may talk more about this subject and expand more upon it. But currently, thanks for watching.